Hello, Angela. I'm going to tell you about the planets, show you the stars, take you to the Milky Way. Come, Angela. Let's go. I'll show you all the planets. What are the names of the planet? Do you know, Angela? Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Samuel! See the planet! Samuel! Let's go to the moon and come back home. Don't worry, Angela. We have a space shuttle. This is my space station. Look! Look at my space station. I can see all the planets from here. Come, Angela. Let's sit in our rocket. Samuel, I want to see the planets. What happened to Pluto? We are going in the rocket. Come, Samuel, let's go. Angela, the rocket is waiting. Let's go. Angela, look, it's the rocket. Come, let's sit in the rocket. The rocket will take us to the moon. We'll see all the planets and the solar system from there. Angela, hold tight. We are taking off now. Are we flying in the air? Are we flying like a bird? Help! What's happening? Put on the gravity! Put the gravity button in the space shuttle! Put the gravity on! It is the switch on the right. Okay, the gravity is on. That is why we are not floating. We can stand on the ground. What is gravity, Samuel? Gravity is an invisible force. It pulls objects towards it. Gravity is all around us. We cannot see gravity. That's why all objects fall towards the ground. What we throw up must come down. Samuel, we are going too fast. Wait, let me see for some time. I want to see the beautiful planet. I want to see Earth also. It's so beautiful. Look at the Earth. Which is the biggest planet and the smallest planet, Samuel? Jupiter is the biggest planet. Pluto is the smallest. So it is not in the planets list anymore. Samuel, look, we can see the planets from the window. It's the planets. They are beautiful. I want to learn about solar system. Angela, in a monitor. We can see it properly. All about Mercury.
As we move away from the Sun, the first planet we will encounter is Mercury. Mercury is the smallest planet in the solar system, much smaller than Earth, and one of only 5 planets you can see from Earth using nothing but your eyes. Of course, it won't look much like a planet. It looks more like a bright star, and many nights you can see it close to the horizon near sunrise and sunset.
All about Venus.
Venus might not be fun to visit, but it is beautiful to look at. It is the second brightest object in the night sky. The only thing brighter is the moon. If you are looking at a sunrise or a sunset and suddenly notice what looks like a very bright star, you are probably looking at Venus. After Venus comes Earth, the third planet from the Sun. Of course, you know all about Earth because that's the planet where we live. Earth is what's called a Goldilocks planet because it's not too hot and not too cold. It is just right. As far as we know, Earth is the only planet to have living things.
It looks so beautiful from here. Look how blue it looks. God made all this. Come. Let's see the other planets. Is there life in other planets? There is no life in those planets. Only Earth has life. Samuel, we can walk on the moon. We are starting on the moon. I'm walking on the moon. We have to see other planets. Come, Angela. Wow. All about Mars.
And visit Mars, the fourth planet from the Sun. Mars is known as the red planet because iron oxide, a material like rust, in the soil gives it a reddish color. Mars is smaller than Venus and the Earth, but larger than Mercury. It is cold and rocky, with a thin atmosphere made of carbon dioxide and oxygen. There is water ice on Mars. Scientists are very interested in Mars because they think that people could live there with the help of some special equipment. Rockets and probes have already been sent there to gain more information about the planet. Right now, there are 2 special robots exploring the surface of Mars, sending information back to Earth.
All about Jupiter.
Jupiter comes next, the 5th planet in the solar system. Jupiter is the largest planet and is something called a gas giant. It is called this because it is really big and made mostly of gases. Jupiter is so big that you would have to place 11 Earths end to end just to stretch across its middle. Jupiter is also the 3rd brightest object in the night sky. Only Venus and the Moon are brighter. You can usually find Jupiter higher in the sky than Venus, since Jupiter is away from the Sun, and not towards it. Jupiter has at least 67 moons that circle around it, but 55 of them are very small, only about as big as a mountain or smaller. Some of its moons are very large, and at least 2 of them are about the same size as the planet Mercury. One of its moons is the largest moon in the solar system. Some of these large moons can be seen from Earth in your backyard with a telescope.
What about Saturn?
After Jupiter comes Saturn, another gas giant. Saturn is famous for its beautiful rings. Although they look solid from a distance, the rings are actually made from many, many small ice particles, as well as rocks and dust. Saturn also has more than 60 moons orbiting around it, some as large as the planet Mercury, and many smaller. Something interesting about Saturn is that even though it is very large, it is not very dense. That means that if you could find a bathtub large enough to put Saturn in, it would float instead of sink. Saturn is the farthest planet that can be seen from Earth without the help of a telescope.
We cannot see all the planets from Earth. We can see Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn. We cannot see Uranus and Neptune. We need a telescope to see the planets from Earth. All about Uranus.
After Saturn comes Uranus, the 7th planet from the Sun. Uranus is another gas giant, but it is much smaller than Saturn and Jupiter. Unlike any other planet in the solar system, it is tilted so much that it actually spins sideways. Uranus has rings around it, although they are much smaller than Saturn's, and 27 known moons.
All about Neptune.
Very similar to Uranus is Neptune, the 8th planet from the Sun. Neptune is another gas giant, and like Uranus, it has methane in its atmosphere, so it also looks blue. Neptune is a darker blue than Uranus, and scientists aren't sure why. Neptune has a few thin rings and 14 moons that we know about. Because Neptune is so far out in space, it takes it a very, very long time to go around the Sun. Remember Mercury, that only takes 88 days to go once around the Sun? Poor Neptune takes over 164 years to finish an orbit around the Sun.
The universe is very big. We cannot measure it with kilometers and miles. We have to use light years to measure how far planets, stars, and Milky Ways are. Come, Angela, let's go back home now. Sit in my space shuttle. Let's go back home. Subscribe to my channel for more videos.